Hi everyone, this video looks at the 2010 GCSE exam for Buddhism, and in particular Unit 2 of that paper. The purpose of this revision video is to enable you to become more familiar with the sort of questions which may come up in this year's exam, and also to get a better sense of what model answers, what perfect A-star answers actually look like. So the first question of Unit 2 in the 2010 Buddhism exam was this: what is the Dhammapada? That's a 2-mark question. Answer a Buddhist scripture. According to the mark scheme, that is all you need in order to get 2 out of 2. All we need to remember is that it's a Buddhist scripture. Do you think the Buddha's death was more important than his life? Give 2 reasons for your point of view. So we need 2 developed reasons in order to get 4 out of 4. No, it was not, because it was during the Buddha's life that he gave his teachings, such as the 4 Noble Truths. Without those teachings, Buddhism would not exist, and no one would know who the Buddha was. That's a developed reason. That's 2 marks. Also, the way the Buddha lived his life provides Buddhists with an example of how they should live their own lives. The Buddha avoided extremes of luxury and austerity. That's being hard on yourself. He lived according to the middle way and said his followers should do likewise. That's the second developed reason. 2 developed reasons in total, 4 out of 4. The next question is: explain why the Dharma is important for Buddhists. The Dharma is the teachings of the Buddha. Without the teachings of the Buddha, neither Buddhism nor Buddhists would exist. The Dharma is also essential to Buddhists because it is one of the 3 jewels in which Buddhists take refuge. In addition, by following the Dharma, Buddhists accumulate good karma and avoid bad karma. Finally, the Dharma is essential for Buddhists because it shows them the path to Nibbana. That is a clear understanding of the issue using 4 brief reasons, which according to the mark scheme is full marks, 8 out of 8. It's full marks because there are no grammatical errors, and I've used capital letters and full stops, and that's an important thing to bear in mind for the exam. You must use capital letters, full stops, and try and spell the words correctly. D question: Zen Buddhism is the easiest way to enlightenment. In your answer, you should refer to Buddhism. That's kind of it. That's really important. You can't just make general statements. I disagree with this statement because there are no easy ways to enlightenment. Whatever tradition a Buddhist follows, they still have to overcome ignorance, desire, and hatred in order to attain enlightenment. I also disagree with this statement because Zen Buddhism requires strict discipline. There we have 1 developed reason and 1 simple reason, which is 3 out of 3. Some people might disagree with me because in Zen Buddhism, enlightenment can be sudden. Also, by rejecting traditional rituals, Zen allows a more direct path to enlightenment. Another reason why some people might disagree with me is that Zen focuses on enlightenment within everyday life. That's 3 brief reasons, 3 out of 3, 6 out of 6 in total. Now let's go on to the alternatives. So that was 1 set of questions you could have chosen. Here is another set. What is meant by Theravada? The way of the elders. That will give you 2 marks out of 2. Do you think the 4 sites mark the beginning of Buddhism? Give 2 reasons for your point of view. No, I do not think the 4 sites mark the beginning of Buddhism because Prince Siddhartha did not discover the answer to the problem of suffering when he saw the 4 sites. He only discovered that suffering existed. Prince Siddhartha only discovered the solution to suffering when he attained enlightenment and became the Buddha. Another reason I do not think the four sites mark the beginning of Buddhism is that Buddhism is founded on the teachings of the Buddha. So Buddhism did not begin until the Buddha began teaching. The first teaching of the Four Noble Truths, therefore, marks the real beginning of Buddhism. 2 developed reasons, 4 out of 4. Explain why Vajrayana Buddhism has certain features. Vajrayana means the diamond vehicle. Vajrayana Buddhists believe the teachings of Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism lay the foundations for Vajrayana practice. However, the Vajrayana Tantras are not accepted as the authentic word of the Buddha by other traditions. Vajrayana Buddhists believe their Tantras are a secret teaching of the Buddha. Tantras are a secret scripture. Another reason Vajrayana Buddhism has certain features, so that's referring back to the original question, is that it places great importance on the student-teacher relationship. The teacher, guru, shows the student the path to enlightenment. Vajrayana Buddhists believe the secret methods shown by the guru, such as mantras and complex meditation practices, make it possible for students to attain complete Buddhahood, complete enlightenment, in one lifetime. That's a clear understanding of the issue using 2 developed reasons. That's 8 out of 8. The Buddhist teachings are useful for everyone. This is something that anyone taking the exam can provide an answer to. I agree with this statement because all people suffer and want to overcome suffering. Also, the Buddhist teachings could help all people lead more positive, less harmful lives. Another reason I agree with this statement is that the Buddha's teachings on how to achieve inner peace through meditation are very relevant to today's world. That's 3 brief reasons, 3 out of 3. Some people might disagree with me because not everyone is searching for enlightenment. Also, the world has changed a lot since the time of the Buddha, so some people might think his teachings are out of date. In addition, some people might think that accumulating wealth is a more effective way of freeing oneself from suffering. That's 3 brief reasons, 3 out of 3. 100% A star. You can do it.